All right. Good evening, everybody. It's beautiful to be here. I love the beauty of the internet. I mean, anybody can be anywhere. Now I'm in Enugu. My guest is all the way in Dubai, and we are connecting via the internet. It's beautiful having this conversation. And today, in this conversation, we are going to be looking at how you can start and scale a an importation business. Right now, a lot of individuals are scared of importation because of the not so beautiful relationship between the dollar and the naira. But I think I may be having a very closeted approach to importation. Who says it must be imported in naira? Basically, must I import in naira? Must I import in pounds? Must I import? I mean, there are other currencies around the world you can import. You can make your transactions with. I don't know. I'm just thinking in my head because looking at the relationship between naira and dollar, a lot of individuals have either stopped their importation business because I have a friend of mine that imports perfumes, and every time she's telling me, "Oh God," she has increased prices like twice this year. Sorry, in the period of 3 4 months, she has increased prices 3 times, and even in my own business, the Akara business that I do, we came together and said we can't keep increasing prices like this. What we are going to do is to our price increase and say, okay, this is how much we're selling. If the market now decides to start to adjust itself, we can say, okay, for a period, we are going to be doing sort of a bonus instead of 3K. You guys can get at 2K. And then I know people are going to enjoy it. These are the things we are doing just to still stay in the market and still stay profitable. But we have a guru here in the house with us, who's going to be sharing with us how to start and scale an importation business. Me, I'm also interested because I'm expanding my income streams. Why not being very active, making money? So I have questions in my head. How do you start? Why do you start? What do you need to start? What about the dynamics in the market? I'm always thinking about this relationship with the dollar and the naira because I remember going to buy a particular generator, and the guy said, "No, they don't import it anymore because people don't buy them because of the fluctuations in dollar all the time." And that was how that thing just, they stopped importing that particular generator, which is so painful. And so yeah, we are here. I have with me my guest Tochukwu. I've not met him in real life. I've met his wife, who is a great friend of mine. But thank God for the internet. We are always relating, commenting on posts, having those intelligent conversations. Sometimes he doesn't agree. Sometimes I don't agree for him too. That's the way life is, right? But we'll always have a way of having those intelligent conversations and coming to an agreement at some point. After all, that's how life ought to be lived. Sometimes we need to have very divergent opinions on certain things. But today we are going to be looking at how to start and scale an importation business. Hey guys, if you are a woman, please don't be looking at his face. He's a handsome man. He's married. Don't look at his face. So see his fine lips and his fine. Let's focus on how to start and scale an importation business. All right. So, guys, get your notes. Tochukwu is going to be teaching for the next 30 to 45 minutes, as much as he can. I have no other live stream today, so he can flow as long as he likes. And then we can ask very specific questions on what we need to do in case we run into trouble or, in terms of challenges. And if he has maybe an academy or a coaching program or some sort of close community that we need to pay, or if he wants us to come in for free, then we can ask those questions how we can have close access. Because I know that after all, the teaching implementation is the key thing, and we need to have someone we can always work with, ask questions to know what we need to do in case we come into certain roadblocks. So over to you, sir, all the way from Dubai. We are glad to have you here. Introduce yourself, share with us your history, what you're doing, and how we can start and scale our own importation businesses. Thank you so much, sir, for doing this with us today. Over to you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mekanobis, for having me. Usually, talking alone and looking only at your face in a camera can be a little bit somehow, but we will get this
I'm, I'm removing myself so that the full concentration will be on you. That's why. Right.
All right. So the thing is this. I have been facilitating importation since 2018. We started in 2018 to help people buy products mainly from China and then bring them into Nigeria. We first started by taking orders on WhatsApp. People will come to WhatsApp and tell us what they want. I remember I had a meeting at Aba and I talked about mini importation. I had just learned about mini importation in 2017, late 2017. And then I had the privilege of speaking in an event in Aba on December 2017, January 2018. And I talked about what I had just learned, the fact that anybody can start importing from China with 50,000, even though then you could start with as much as low as 10,000 or 20,000 naira importing from China. And surprisingly, I was just discussing it as one of those things people could do on the internet. But then people just responded and had their 50K, 100K, and they said they wanted to start importing from China. And that was how the whole thing started. We got them into a group on WhatsApp and then started taking orders. It was really hellish because, attending to 100 people who are posting different things, asking for this, asking for that. I needed to source these things from China and bring them in record time. It was crazy. After that first experience, I decided because of my software development background, I knew that I needed to build something that could help many more people and handle that seamlessly without overwhelming me or overwhelming my team. So we quickly sprang to action and we created our website. We called it spreadit.ng at the time. The idea of Spreadit came from, I was thinking of what was the best name to give this. And I talked of spreading opportunities. And I thought of spreadit.ng because we are focused on Nigeria at the time. But then later on, we started getting customers from Ghana, from Kenya, from even the US. And today we ship to more than 20 countries from China. And so we had to move to what we call spreaditglobal.com. So we have gone global now. So we are now able to cater to people who are not in Nigeria, but people who are all over the world who use our platform. As at today, we have almost 30,000 people who have registered on our platform to import all kinds of products. People sometimes ask me, what do people really buy more? I said, people buy all kinds of things that you will not believe. There are things that people import, and when they arrive, we don't even know what they are. But that shows you that there is diversity of income stream. There are things that people are selling. What you don't know. And so by helping people to bring in stuff from China, it has helped me to see that indeed there are lots of millions of products being made in China. Today, we've moved beyond China to also help people bring in things from the UAE. Today, you can buy branded fashion items like the Gucci's, the Calvin Klein and all that, Tommy Hilfiger and all that at incredibly cheap, affordable prices in bundles. Just the same way, all those things that they buy in bales. We call it bend down select and all that. But then these are not bales. These are not used clothing. These are brand new clothing that are off fashion, and then they move them away from their factories. And then there's a separate market created for these things, and you will get this at dirt cheap from Dubai. And so we are able to also facilitate such procurements from the United Arab Emirates. And now also we are creating opportunities for African businesses to partner with South Korean businesses. In the past 2-3 weeks, I've been having back-to-back meetings with several South Korean companies. The idea is to see how we can expose these South Korean businesses with crazy technologies to African businesses and African governments, and see how we can partner to bring this technology home and also have some transfer of knowledge. So this is what we've been doing for the past 5 to 6 years. By January, February next year, it'll be exactly 6 years that we have been doing this stuff, helping people to bring in things from outside Nigeria. Now, my topic today is how to start and scale an import business. The truth is that importation is as old as Nigeria. And many times people complain that we import. Yes, Nigeria is an import-dependent economy. The only thing we tend to export is mainly our oil, our crude oil, and maybe a few other things, but we are mostly dependent on importation. Nonetheless, we do not come anything close to how much the US imports. or how much these very developed economies import. They import massively. You just need to do a Google search and see that there's massive importation. Almost everything sold on Alibaba.com, they are made in China. So the truth is that Nigeria is not the only country where people import things en masse. Everybody, almost everybody who sells stuff on Alibaba, on Amazon.com, almost everybody who sells on Amazon.com, they import from China. And that is given. That is given. There are softwares created to facilitate suppliers in China being able to smoothly move products to the United States of America. So there is nothing wrong or not so cool about people buying things from China to sell in their country. It is global commerce. It is normal and all that. Now, the problem today is that, let me just handle this and then move on to exactly what I want to talk about today, is the issue of Forex, the issue of exchange rates. It's crazy. Many of our customers have stopped importing, definitely. And it's today, dollar is 900, tomorrow is 950. The other day, now it is 1,000 and something naira per dollar. And it's going higher and higher every day. We don't know where it is going to land. We are hoping that something happens, even though hope is not a strategy, to bring the dollar back to at least 700, 500, 600, so that people can be able to, start up their businesses for those who have stopped. But the fact is this: if you are importing a product that people really use, if you're importing a product that people really use, and let's say there are 10 of you importing that product in Lagos, for instance, and then because of the increase in the exchange rate, you say you are no longer importing that product. What you have done is that you have reduced the supply of that product in the market, because these are the various things that contribute to inflation. You have contributed to that inflation because there's now less supply. The simple law of demand and supply shows that once there is less supply, the price of the product will go up. So when people say, I'm not going to import again, unless you have a viable alternative locally made that is good and that is also affordable, then your stopping to import doesn't solve any problem in the real sense. It doesn't solve any problem. It creates more problem, because people, if they need that product, they will still find a way to buy it. Just that they will not get it more expensively, because the few people that import it will simply sell at a higher price. That is simply that. So as long as the product you are offering in the marketplace is needed, is important, you have your niche and you are serving them, saying I don't want to import doesn't really solve any problem. You are creating more problems unless you no longer have money to import. But then people are always fixated on price in terms of it is not affordable, it is expensive and all that. And so you're wondering, how will people buy this? The question is, at what rate are you getting what you're getting? If you are buying stuff at 10 naira per dollar and you are selling at 20 naira, for instance, and then dollar moves to 100 naira per dollar, the natural thing is to change your price. There is nothing emotional about it, because if you do not respond appropriately, you will not be able to buy those products again. So no matter how much you feel for people and feel that they are not going to be able to afford this, you can't sell below what the market is saying in terms of exchange rates. Because if you do that, you're out of business. And you will not be able to buy that product again unless the exchange rate goes back down. So the important thing is this: anybody who understands that, listen, I am running a business, my business is dependent, and everybody is affected by the dollar price, even if you're offering a service business. Because if you are charging people 40,000 naira for your coaching class, for instance, what 40,000 naira could buy 1 year ago, 6 months ago, 3 months ago, it can no longer buy it. So if you are building a house or doing construction work based from the money you are getting, you will notice that you will not be able to do the things you could do before. So even though you are not importing product, all of us who are in Nigeria are feeling the impact of the foreign exchange. So if it is not only product-based businesses that should change their price, even service-based businesses also need to change their price, because it is what it is. So I'm going to deal with this and move it out of the way to deal with the issue of how to start and scale an importation business, assuming all things being equal. Like we say in economics, ceteris paribus, all things being equal, what is the best way to start and scale an importation business? So let's say you are just starting and you are interested in importing things from China or anywhere and selling in Nigeria or any country where you find yourself. Number one rule, especially if you don't have plenty money, is to decide the kind of product you want to start selling. And the product you want to start selling must meet certain conditions. There are products that are wrong products for first timers or new entrants into the importation business. First of all, your product must be lightweight. No matter how much you love a product, I tell people, don't fall in love with the product. You must look at the economics of the product. Never fall in love with the product. Every product and every business is a vehicle, and that vehicle needs to take you to a particular place. You must consider businesses as vehicles. In fact, that's what they call businesses. They call it special purpose vehicles. So the idea is that if you are going from Lagos to Onitsha, and then you enter a bus, which is a vehicle, and the bus gets to Ore and breaks down, all you need to do is to get down and enter another bus, because your destination is Onitsha. You're not going to start bemoaning that the bus is broken down and all that. If you stay there and stay there late, anything that happens to you on the road will be your business. So you must see every business you run as a vehicle moving you from point A to point B. And knowing that it is a vehicle, it means that you are not going to fall in love with that business. Every business must be considered a vehicle. And that means that you are looking at a product scientifically. You are looking at it dispassionately, looking at it based on the fact that how can I make profit selling this product? And if you're going to make profit in importing any product, you must pay attention to the weight of the product, because in international shipping and even in local shipping, what determines the shipping cost or the delivery cost is the weight of the product. If you're shipping by sea, we talk of the volume of the product. Most small importers fly their products, and so we talk mostly about weight. So the product you want to start importing and selling must be lightweight, non-negotiable. Because if you go for products that are heavy, for instance, there are some shoes that are so heavy, their soles are so heavy that the shoe may cost 100 yuan, for instance. 100 yuan today is about 14,000 naira. Now, the weight may be 2 kg. Yes, there are some shoes that can weigh, would include the packaging and all that, 2 or even more than that. Now, today, if you use an average rate of $9 or $10 per kg, including shipping and clearing of that product, it means that to ship a 2 kg shoe will cost you $20. Now, $20 at 1,000 naira per dollar is already 20,000 naira. So you are getting a product, a pair of shoes for 14,000 naira, and then you are going to pay 20,000 naira to bring it in if you want to fly, if you want to ship it by air. So you find that it doesn't make sense for somebody who wants to get into media importation and who has small money to begin to look at shoes. And even if you say you want to ship it by sea and all that, if you don't buy enough and all that, many of these small shipments can get missing in the ship. So most of the time, most shipping companies don't take particular volumes of products. They will tell you that you must have a minimum of 0.2 cbm or 0.1 cbm. But most mini importers, as we call them, usually fly their products, into Nigeria. So you must consider the weight of the product. It must be lightweight. So what are those products? Wristwatch. Wristwatches are fantastic. Always fantastic. All these fashion accessories, necklaces, rings, spectacles, and all that. All these things are lightweight. And there's a legion of such lightweight products. If you go to our website, one of our websites that we have, bestimportproducts.com, you will see we have reviewed hundreds of products that are best-selling products, and many of them have the advantage of being lightweight. 2, you must consider if the product you want to import is already everywhere. The more ubiquitous a product is, I've been preaching this gospel. Don't get into mini importation for the first time without looking at how popular your product is or otherwise. If a product is everywhere, you will not have the luxury of fixing good margins on the product. In fact, you don't want to get into a product that is already a commodity. If a product is already a commodity that people can walk into the shop beside their houses or into a kiosk and buy it, it is not something you want to start selling online. It's that important because, again, I'm going to consider how to sell it. So look for products that are lightweight, products that are also not everywhere, not ubiquitous. Look for products that are unique so that when you bring them in, you can fix your price and make maximum profits selling those products. Again, you want to look at products that do not require regulations. NAFDAC, SON. Nigeria is an interesting place. People bring in all kinds of things in commercial quantities, even when they have no registration. Now, you don't want to get involved in that. You want to be able to look at how scalable is this product. Because again, that is one consideration. If you are getting into product importation, you want to get into a product that you can scale, that you can start with maybe 50 and then grow it to 100, grow it to 500, grow it to 1,000, and begin to buy 10,000, yearly or monthly, as the case may be. So the scalability of the product you are bringing in is key. If your product that you're considering requires regulatory approval, then you may not be able to scale it as quickly as you want, because the moment you begin to, you can bring in small quantities and it will pass during clearing because they will consider that it is not in commercial quantity and all that. But the moment you begin to bring in cartons of this product, everybody's eyes will be on it and they'll begin to check your papers, make sure that it is approved, even if you have a way of moving it past clearing. One day, you will be displaying the product on the internet and somebody will call you and pretend that he or she wants to buy. And the person will be calling you from NAFDAC office. So it's important that if you're going into a product, do not go for products that require regulatory approval because you don't have all the money. There are people who may have the money. There's no problem with that. You can go for that. We have a product that we are exclusive distributors of in Nigeria and other African countries, and it required SON approval. And we got SON approval before we started marketing it. But if you are just entering, you're looking for what to do, and you have 100,000 naira, 200,000 naira, and you want to start out, look for products that are not ubiquitous, products that are lightweight, products that do not require regulatory approval. And lastly, consider products that do not require a lot of education for people to understand what it does. You don't want to spend your marketing budget, your small marketing budget as a mini, but as a new entrant into the business in educating people. People should be able to see your product and know exactly what it does. Remember, I'm emphasizing these things for people who are new entrants, who are trying to get into important products. They don't have what to do. They are fresh from university and all that. These are your considerations. Also, I want to sound a very big note of warning for people who like human hair and all kinds of hairs and who want to start importing these things from China or wherever. You see, the hair business is a highly complex business. Many of the things people call human hair, they are far from being human hair. In fact, many ladies cannot wear original human hair. That's the fact. So when people say, I want original human hair, they don't know what they're saying. Many people may not have even seen human hair before. So it's important. We had a client who spent 2 million naira 2-3 years ago importing hairs from China. Of course, using our platform, you don't need to talk to anybody. You can go there, create your account, and simply begin to order products. We don't need to know you. Once you finish, you pay, and then we pick it up and start processing your order. This lady went to various vendors in China, picked hairs and added to the order and all that. By the time those hairs arrived, that was the first and the last time she imported hairs because she lost almost all the money that 2 million naira. That is how bad hair business can be. If you don't know it, better go and settle down, find somebody who understands it, who knows it, to teach you first. Don't just jump on a Chinese website and say you want to buy human hair. You will be shooting yourself in the leg. You will lose your money just like that. So it's important that some of these products that are delicate, some of these products that require regular approval, that are heavy, again, products that have all kinds of sizes. For instance, I don't recommend for you to go into import from China and start going for shoes or shirts or fashion products. You see, the problem with fashion products is that they have size issues. First of all, if you're buying from China, you need to be aware that they are small people. And so Chinese large size is not the same thing as British or American large size. So we made that same mistake when we started. So I'm teaching you from experience. When we started, we imported some jean trousers from China. We got the biggest size. When these things arrived, we found that they couldn't even fit teenagers. It was shocking. We had to refund the customer all his money because we took responsibility for that. It wasn't that he came to us and said, please, I want to buy this. And we told him we will handle it. Of course, we were just starting there. We have paid our school fees in this import business. So what I'm telling you are the things that I have tested and tried. And I know what works and what doesn't work. So when you're going for fashion products in China, make sure you understand sizing. Make sure that the supplier is giving you British or American size. It is important that you insist on that. Now, the problem again with trying to buy from China without having a procurement agent or a sourcing agent is that all communication is on the internet. Alibaba, 1688.com, Taobao and all that, they do their best to protect buyers and all that. But the truth is that not being in China gives you a disadvantage. Because if anything goes wrong, you can only hope that something happens. But when you have someone on ground in China and something goes wrong, we have a case that we are handling now in our office. We brought in something worth $1 million plus for somebody. And when they arrived in Lagos, we found that the spec was not exactly what the customer wanted. We had to take those products back, flew them back to China, and took them back to the company. Now the company is exchanging those products. It is taking time, but the truth is that is exactly what you can get if you're using a sourcing or a procurement agent. You want somebody who is on ground, who is going to be able to provide warranties for you should anything go wrong. Of course, when you follow terms and conditions. Because if you bring in a product for you and the product now stays with you for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and then you now call us after 4 weeks and say, this is not exactly what was supposed to come. There is basically nothing that we can do because the window for us to be able to return it and exchange must have passed. So it's important that you really, really make sure you have somebody on ground in China who can help you to check on the products. Now, most of the time, depending on what you import, we may not even know exactly how to check for what is quality or what is not quality, because quality is relative. So usually we don't promise that we can check quality because we don't really know what quality means to you. But it's important that if you want to import from China and you need expert help, that you define clearly what quality means. Be very specific about what you are looking for. And then when we, for instance, take over the procurement or the sourcing of that product for you, it means that we will take responsibility for any liability that comes out. So if the product we bring in is not exactly what you have ordered, we will take responsibility for that. So that is the advantage of having somebody. So if you are really looking at bringing in products and scaling it, begin to think of all the things I have mentioned, and then begin to consider working with an agent or a team that is on ground in China. Now, the truth is that people come to ask us, say, I want to import this, can you import it? The truth is that there is nothing you cannot buy from China except human beings. Perhaps if you really are serious, you buy human beings. But the fact is that China has almost everything you can ever think of. You only need to be sure of what you are getting and make sure there are people who can check and make sure that the suppliers in China deliver to you exactly what you have ordered. And so whether you're looking at branding your product in China and all that, we've worked with multi-level marketing companies and we've branded millions of products and shipped it from China to 20 countries and more and all that. And these are some of the services that we can offer you if you are looking for expert guidance, you want somebody to work with you to make sure you don't make mistakes. We will ensure that you get this in right. So anybody who is looking at starting, consider this as I've said, and if you're looking at scaling and growing big, make sure that you also follow these rules. Have someone on ground in China to help you. It is whatever fee you pay the person is a lot cheaper than losing all your money. People lose their money in China all the time. They lose it all the time. Sometimes some suppliers in China are dubious, but sometimes it is simply because you are careless. You don't understand what you're doing. Nigeria, we like open eye. You can tell somebody, what you go do? What is he even doing for me anyway? That he has to earn this money. and then you use OpenAI and enter there, and then they chop you mugu, and then you will never talk about it. Usually when people lose money, they don't say anything about it. They only talk about when things are working well. But the truth is that in international trade, all kinds of things go wrong. Or they can go wrong. So you need a team that will mitigate that for you, that will absorb liability. If you are dealing with $100,000 project and you're bringing it from China, you can't afford to want to do it over the internet alone. You want a team that is on ground that can help you to handle that. So I think that in a nutshell, I've been able to communicate clearly how you can start and scale any business that you have. I think I would like to take questions. The Dawn is around here. You can come in and maybe moderate the questions. If people are online and they want to ask questions, they can ask questions.
Yeah, I'm here. Basically. So, Tochukwu, I mean, I was listening to the things you're saying about size. I mean, I love that, and the fact that don't import something that you're not very versed in, like hairs, human hairs, and then you were saying something about size. So, as I was thinking, um, I'm thinking in my head, okay, I'm wearing this watch. I know it's easier to import watches, and I can import watches and sell because we're not talking about dimensions here. We're talking about lightweight and all that. But then in my head, I'm thinking, okay, I want to import something that is quite in need that people can easily want to buy. So I don't know if you can give us examples. I don't know. You didn't mention examples like that. Are there examples, like if I have 200,000 or 300,000 or 400,000, um, what are these lightweight items that are quite? I know you said something about people buy all sorts of things, but looking at what you have said, they kind of give us like a bracket of what we shouldn't do and what we should do. So I'm thinking like a starter, like I am a novice. I don't know Jack. I'm an Olodo. You know, I know that watches are also good, but this particular one now, I bought this watch for 35K. I know that not everybody will be able to afford that amount of money. So
Yeah, there are cheaper. There are cheaper.
yeah,
I always,
yes.
there are people. But there's a watch we are selling now online, and we're selling the watch for 15,000 naira and still offering free shipping to anywhere in Nigeria. Do you understand? So it is that affordable. If you come to our office in Lagos to pick it up, you can get it for 10,000 naira or 11,000 naira. So and it's a solid watch. There are various solid brands in China that are focused on affordability, but they make solid products.
Yeah.
So you can go for those kind of items. And I have a website I mentioned, bestimportproducts.com is our website. If you go there, we have hundreds of products that we have reviewed. There are some fine necklaces that women wear that are not pure gold or whatever, but we have this fine pendant. They are lovely, they are durable and all that. They are extremely lightweight, and you can sell them for 25K. The reason I'm calling this amount is because of the dollar exchange rate anyway. Before now, there are things that you could sell for 10,000 naira and still make a good profit and all that. So in fact, that is why I'm talking about 120,000 naira to start, because then when we are starting, people could start with 10,000 naira. Because I mean, we had a lot of students who were. In fact, there was a lady who was a Uniport. She trained herself in Uniport the last 2 years with importing from China. She had small money, 20,000 naira. She will import things, sell to her fellow students, go back again. In a month, she will go 2 times and she's buying and selling and all that. That was how she graduated. But now you need at least 100. In fact, 100 may not even get you much, because shipping rate alone will eat into your profit. If you want to go by sea, then are you ready to wait for 2 to 4 months? That means in a whole year, you are going to import only twice. So somebody who is importing with 200,000 naira, how can the person possibly wait for 4 months or 3 months to get one consignment, sell it when, and then go back again? So air freight remains your best, but there are many of them. I can't think of them as I'm talking now, but I like fashion accessories. One of the men that bought our wristwatch recently said that he has bought like 15 wristwatches in the past 3 months. There are people who are crazy about wristwatches. There are people who are crazy about, and if you understand Facebook advertising, which is again what I emphasize on, if you are going into importation of products, you must master Facebook advertising, because you can sell off your products in 1 week, in 2 weeks, once you understand Facebook. And people can pick it up. Of course, be open to do pay on delivery, because that is what Nigeria does. But the point is that you can buy this light, even rings. My wedding ring. This is my wedding ring. This is my wedding ring. We picked it up on Alibaba, and it was at that time, I think it was $10. $10. And it is solid. I mean, it's solid. I've worn it for 6 years. And nothing happened to it. This one is one of those fancy rings you find on Alibaba as well. I bought it so cheap and all that. And it's still valid. It's still solid. So there are still many products that you can. And I tell people, have a niche. Don't try to sell so many things. Don't try to stock, because really you don't have all the money to stock many things. So have a niche. Tell yourself, I'm starting a watch business. I'm starting an eyeglass business. I'm starting, there is this, even airport. These are very lightweight stuff. I'm starting a necklace business. Focus on it, because the truth is that the more you spend time on one thing, the easier you will be known, the easier you become an authority in that thing. You begin to learn. You have been talking about training and making money from what you know. You can't really become an authority if you are selling so many items. But if you focus on one item and zero in on it, begin to learn, make your mistakes on that item, learn. You can even begin to hold a masterclass on how to pick the right necklace for cheap. That can be a masterclass. People are going to pay 5,000 naira to learn from you how to find the best necklaces on Chinese websites that are affordable and still will last long. That is a crazy topic that people are going to go for. Because people are going to look for this. They're trying to buy all the, but they don't even know what to look for. Again, people should avoid what I call the illusion of cheapness. They say, it's China now, things are cheap. You can even pick things on the ground. It's not true. China is not that cheap. You can't expect to buy a pure leather shoe for 50 yuan. It's not possible. They may write a leather shoe, but it is PU leather. They are not original leather shoes. So if you want to buy original leather shoes, then you cannot buy it cheap. So you must overcome what I have come to call the illusion of cheapness when going to buy things from China. If you want to buy something that is durable, it will be affordable, but it may not be cheap. That is key if you're going to China. And there are many, many, many of such things that you can buy. And like I said, go to bestimportproducts.com and take your time to review the product that we have there. Have hundreds of products there, different niches and all that. And you will find something that you can import. And in the area of cheapness as well, or affordability, I mentioned it in passing. If you're already selling fashion products, let's say children's clothes and all that, there are original brands. I'm talking of original brands, children clothes that we can land in Nigeria for 4,000 naira or 3,000 naira. You know how expensive children's clothes are?
Yes, exactly.
Your kids are grown now, but if people who are giving birth now, they know how expensive kids' clothes are.
I know. I bought for days. I think 18,000 or 20K for one.
Yes.
And I bought two amount of days. Like 36,000. Like
that money that you spent to buy one can actually get you 20.
Wow.
Original brand. Let me tell you. Can you see? Can you see my? This is a Calvin Klein shirt. Can you see? Huh?
Yeah.
This is original Calvin Klein shirts. And it is not anywhere near the price you will normally get it if you wasn't to a boutique. This thing, we are landing it in Nigeria at about 5K or 6K. Because we have our sources in Dubai. So people who have boutiques or people who are looking at going into fashion, for instance, they can actually get these things, and they come in bundles, like in bales and all that. And you get serious stuff. So anybody who wants to go into fashion and who is looking for affordability and all that, you can get female shoes, female dresses, Shane dresses, ASOS shoes, and all that, in bundles and all that. So this is available here in the UAE where I am. And then if you're going to China, you can look for tech products like watches and all that to get from China. And then for the big boys who are looking for products that they want to become exclusive distributors of, we now have meetings that we are having with South Korean businesses, and we are really closing to many of them. I think there are 4 of them on our website now, and we have about 50 of them lined up. As we sign documents with them, we keep uploading them. What we want to do is to midwife a relationship between Nigerian and African businesses with these South Korean businesses, because China owns Africa in terms of products. There are a few South Korean businesses. Samsung is South Korea, Hyundai, Kia, and all that. These are some South Korean vehicles. But in terms of many of their products, they are not available in Nigeria and in Africa, and they produce crazy products. I talked about one of their products on my wall. There's a guy that makes baby crib. The baby crib doesn't just tell you when your child is crying; it tells you why she's crying. Brilliant. So these products are available, and so we are looking at saying, listen, there are African businesses, there are African businessmen and women who are looking to get unique products, and they have the money. There are money bags in Africa, really, who are looking for what to sell and everything. So we want to help these guys to come into Africa, and so the opportunities are there. So you can always reach out to us, and then we will help you look for the right partnerships you want and get it going for you.
Okay, so Tochukwu, my other question, maybe I have like 2 or 3 questions more.
No,
my
go
other
on.
question is this.
Nobody's asking anything on the comments.
Yeah, they will ask. So guys, please, if you're asking questions, if you want to ask him questions, I don't know if your questions are being captured from what I'm asking him, but if you got questions, please drop your questions in the comment section, and he's going to take your questions. I mean, usually we do 1 hour here, but this thing is very interesting that I'm willing to do 1 hour, 30 minutes. So,
Thank you for that. I like to talk.
Yeah. The next thing I want to ask you, Tochukwu, is this. I know you've mentioned your website, what you do. I think you are kind of like, let me take it that people see you or your brand as an authority, and you say, okay, this is what it is, and that's what it is. For example, when people come to me and say, Meka, know this, what do you think about this in books? And I'm like, okay, this is it. And I'm like, the authority they listen to make the right choices. So I think that your company is like that, in helping individuals to make the right choices. So I want to ask, is it that on your website, when we come to your website, what we see there are the right kinds of sources that we can go through to make or is it that on your website we can do the sourcing? I just want to understand what your company, what your company does and all that.
Now, we do a lot of things in the area of procurements, and we are trying to create niches to attend to different kinds of people. Now, but our core website, spreaditglobal.com, when you go there, anybody can create an account. You can go there now and create an account. And what we do is that we give you, we don't even give you access. You can go to all of the Chinese websites.
Tell me the website so that I can type it on the screen.
Spreaditglobal.com. Spread, in terms of normal spread, then then global.com.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
If you go there, you can create an account right away. And we have listed some of the shops in China that we help you buy from. So you can click on any of those shops and go to those shops. When you find what you want, you simply provide the details of that product on our website. And then our website, what we have done, I think we're the only ones that do it in the entire industry, even though it can sometimes cause problems for us. But we noticed when we started that when people see products in China or on Chinese website, like the popular one is 1688.com, when they see products there and they convert to Naira and they see how cheap these things are, they get so excited. Say, this is very cheap. So let's say you convert it in China and the thing is 5,000 Naira. And they say, wow, that you're going to sell it for 10,000 Naira. The person has not added shipping cost. He has not added anything at all. And then by the time the products now arrive in Nigeria, and you now tell the person, this is the balance you have to pay for your shipping. Let's say the shipping cost is now 10,000 Naira. The product itself is 5,000 Naira. The person say, how can the shipping cost be more than the product cost itself? Now, I've explained many times. I think I have YouTube videos. I have a YouTube channel. If you go at Spread It NG, you will see my YouTube videos where I explain that there is no mathematical relationship between shipping cost and product cost. There is none. So a product can cost 10,000 Naira and the weight can give it a shipping cost of 50,000 Naira. It is what it is. So what we did was on our website, when you're creating an order, you will be required to impute the weight of the product. So normally, many suppliers on 168.com or Alibaba can tell you the gross weight or the net weight of the product. So put it there. Even though there may be some differences by the time the product arrives and we package it for shipping and all that, but it will be significant. Sometimes, if you quote a slightly higher weight than what it is, our system will create a refund for you by the time your product is shipped. Many people get refunds every week on our platform. That one is normal. So the point is that when you're creating an order, we require you to put the product details and, more importantly, the weight of the product, at least the estimated weight. There was a case that we had recently where a product that arrived at about 21 kg, the weight the person put was about 5 kg or 4 kg. So when the product arrived, it became an issue. And this is why we insist on put the right weight. If it's possible, overestimate the weight. That way, the grand total cost that you see on our website will be a worst case scenario. So our website allows you to create an order and you will make an informed decision because we would have included almost all the costs you need from China to Nigeria. In fact, we have a calculator. We have a calculator on our website. If you type spreaditglobal.com/calculator, spreaditglobal.com/calculator, you will go there and use that calculator to calculate the estimated landing cost of every product you want to import from China into Nigeria and even into other African countries. If you put Ghana there as your destination country, we will tell you exactly or almost exactly what the landing cost of that product will be by the time it lands Ghana. So it's important before you import that you use this calculator, whether you are doing it right inside your dashboard on our website or you are using our calculator to just test. These are free tools. If I was thinking of monetizing that tool recently, because a lot of people use that tool free of charge. So I'm thinking of putting a paywall so that people can pay to use, or at least I use it to harvest customer information and all that. But as of today, the product is free. Spreaditglobal.com calculator. If you go there, you will enter the details and then click calculate. And it will tell you what the estimated landing cost of that product. We normally put the price in dollars. The reason we put it in dollars is simply reasonable because if you put it in naira, then it means that if dollar changes, you are using an amount that doesn't make sense. But if the landing cost is in USD, it means that whatever the exchange rate is, all you need to do is to convert to naira or convert to CD using your prevailing exchange rate. So our website simply enables you to create an order. You can create as many orders as possible. You can reorder a previous order by the click of a button. You can export your orders to Excel sheet or whatever it is. So it is a highly robust platform that enables you to place and track all your orders as you place them from China. Today, it caters for China mostly. We automated China process, but for UAE, you will need to talk with us privately for us to handle UAE. Now, for the designer clothing I talked about, we have a special website again for it called brandsforcheap.com. Brandsforcheap.com. Brands, then for cheap.com. If you go there, you will see all the various designer bundles that we have and their prices. You join our Telegram channel and you'll be able to ask your questions, see what is available per time, and then you can place your order. So we can help you buy from UAE, and what we can help you buy mostly from UAE are the designer items. Also, we have a shop called shop.spreaditglobal.com. There you can find gold, pure gold items. Those are expensive, pure gold items that you can buy from Dubai. And we have also built in a feature that allows you to pay in installments. So if you see any gold product on our website, shop.spreaditglobal.com, you can click on pay in installments. That way, you begin your installment payment for, let's say you want to buy a wedding ring that is pure gold from Dubai. You see what we have there, you select it, you click pay in installments. So we will allow you to pay for as long as 10 months. When you complete the payment, we'll buy the product and send to you in Nigeria or anywhere you are. You can even buy gold bars, original gold bars, from Dubai. And we will also buy it for you from Dubai and send it to you. And you have the option of paying in installments when you visit shop.spreaditglobal.com.
So Tochukwu, what you're saying is that when I start this business on your website, when I make my choices and all that, and you guys are responsible for the shipping, right? Like when
we handle both procurement and shipping.
So do they come to my house or do they come to somewhere I will pick?
No, every product arrives at our Lagos office in Ajao Estate, Airport Road, Ajao Estate. So from there, if you now want home delivery, you can now arrange weigh bill at a separate cost. Usually we prefer for you to come and pick up or send somebody to pick up for you, but we can actually do home delivery, but at a separate cost to you. So all products, we handle customs clearance, duties, everything. All you need to come to our office and pick up your products. That's all.
Fantastic. So the next question I want to ask, I don't know if you have this. I think you should, because the next thing is, okay, how do I market my product and sell? Do you have some sort of mentoring program where people, to find their feet, you can help them in terms of marketing? They have questions to ask, how they can sell off the product. I don't know if you have such an architecture of infrastructure for that.
No, what I do is that first of all, my YouTube channel is rich. We have a lot of videos on our YouTube channel that is free. I have only two tutorials that are paid. They are available on our website. You can access them on our website as well. Two tutorials where I take you A to Z of importing from China, and then everything you need to know about importing from China using our platform. I explain that from A to Z. If you go to our website and click videos, you'll be able to see that. And also for the brands for cheap, like I mentioned, we have a Telegram channel. And once you create an account on our website, you join my email list. And I send emails almost every day, every other day, educating, and you have direct access to me by WhatsApp to chat with me. So I'm open to answering questions. I'm open to guiding you. And if you want a one-on-one, of course, you pay just a token of 50K to have a one-on-one chat with me. I will guide you, point out the products you should import, what you shouldn't import, and we can look at your entire marketing system, how you want. Because really, I want people to succeed. Because if people succeed, if I have 1,000 people who use our platform who are selling off what they buy in 1 month and going back, then I'm in serious business. So imagine that you have 1,000 people who are doing 100,000 naira every month. That's 100 million naira in business. I mean, you are good to go. But when people are unable to sell what they bring in, then it's a problem. So I'm even creating a course on Facebook marketing because I understand that is a big problem. People, the reason they are reluctant to even import is because they know that marketing is a problem.
Exactly.
Because you can bring in the product and it will sit in your house.
Exactly.
So you can't sell it. When I used to do audiobooks and all that, I have met many people and they say, if you convert this into audiobook now and produce it for me, how will I sell it? Because the problem is always getting. So many importers, they are stuck in the area of how do I sell this product? And that is important. So I'm creating a course on Facebook advertising that will help you to understand how to sell the products that you import. Because if you can't sell, there's no point even importing in the first place. There's no point.
So, okay, my next question before I begin to put up the guys, if you want to ask questions, please drop. There are some questions that are right there on the screen. If you got questions, I'm asking him my own questions. If you have questions, please drop and I'll put them on the screen for him to answer. So the one about exclusivity, that's the one I'm really interested in. That letting me, only me importing that in the area, right? You get what I mean? Like when I see the Cubanas, big Cubanas.
Let me just tell you this. There are fantastic opportunities there. In fact, there are some products that we've seen, that are phone screen guards, but they are not just screen guards, but they are optical. That means they correct presbyopia. Wow. So people just put them, and you look at normal screen shield, but it is not just a screen shield. It actually has optical effects. It actually cures eye problems and prevents you from developing eye problems. There are many of those crazy guys in South Korea who are creating a lot of things. And so we are open to midwifing that, putting you in touch with them and starting a business. Those are the kind of deals, because again, I like that kind of product because it's lightweight. So flying it from South Korea is not going to be too expensive and all that. So I'm always looking out for lightweight products that people can get involved in immediately and all that. And there are all kinds of products. So that one is available on sourcing.spreadyglobal.com. Sourcing.spreadyglobal.com. When you go there, you must book a one-on-one with me for 15 minutes. It's free. But if you get there, I must have to talk with you, understand exactly what you want so I can know the right company to talk to. And also you will see some companies that we already uploading there. So you can go there. If you're in real estate, there are some fantastic products for real estate guys, tabletops, all kinds of ceramic products made in South Korea that are best in class. So if you're in real estate and you're looking for good deals on all these products, we can close it and you will be the only one who can bring it to Nigeria. So that's the level of relationship we are developing with this South
Or
Korean.
how much on the minimum do you think that will be?
There are some products that will require you to make a minimum investment of $10,000 or $5,000. The lighter product I mentioned now, I think with $10,000 or less, you can actually become a distributor, and we can now persuade them to say, listen, this is the only person I want to bring into Nigeria and all that. We have an open window for the whole of Africa, really, but you need to make a case for why we should give you the whole of Africa for your product. But I think that Nigeria is a good market for anybody really who wants to get exclusivity. We have a product that we got from the US that is a fuel additive. I got involved in that because of the high cost of fuel now and everything. And it's a critical product. And maybe I'll have to pay another session with you to talk about on this live, to talk about this product. It's an amazing product that can help you save on the fuel you use. It's amazing, and it helps you cut down emission of harmful gases into the air. It helps to repair your engine, improve your engine performance. I mean, it works really hard. When we started using it in our office, we started using 10 liters instead of for 7 hours. It lasted about 9.5 hours, the very first use. And the engine started sounding as if we just bought it. It was.
I would like to have that product, please.
Yeah. We will be ready to send it to you. Use it, and maybe you can make you a brand ambassador. Who knows?
I would like to, because definitely that's what people are looking out for now because of the increase in the fuel and all that. I think people will be a lot more interested in all that. All right, let me start bringing the questions. I think I'm done with mine. $10,000 is about 10 million naira. So that's one good thing. You have the access to the product. You become an exclusive distributor. I think it's easier, a faster way to make a lot of money for yourself when you are the exclusive distributor, nobody else.
Yes.
We'll talk about that. So somebody's asking, do you guys source for wedding dresses?
The only thing we don't source for are human beings.
Human heads. You can source human beings, not human heads. You can source human beings, ship them to come and work for us, but not human heads.
So we can source any product at all. In fact, we like to do such bespoke sourcing. We want to make sure we tailor it to meet your, it's a fantastic thing. So we can source, either you want it from Dubai, because Dubai is home for luxury. If you want luxury, we get it from Dubai here. But if you look for very good, affordable wedding dresses, we can do that for you from China. But we need to talk with you very well, understand the sizes you're looking for. Like I mentioned, sizes. If you go to China, you don't have the right sizes, you're going to buy what a teenager cannot wear, and you will have serious issues. So if you're interested, you can always chat with me. I don't know how. Okay, DM me, of course. I'm on Facebook. You can share my Facebook handle so that they can DM me and all that.
No problem. So somebody's asking, I'm curious to start to watch importing business. What's the capital I should start with?
What does it mean I can cover for the website and SEO?
No, he means I think maybe maybe he's good in SEO website. I don't know.
Well, that's fine. For wristwatches, I think with 100,000 naira you can start. Most 200 in terms of you can buy at least about with 100,000 naira I can get about 20 good wristwatches. With 200K, that means you can get about 40. All in. If you go for a little bit higher spec, that means 200K can give you still about 20 wristwatches. But you don't want wristwatches that will land here at more than, even up to 10,000 naira. You don't want any that will land there, because that means you'll be struggling to put the right margin. So we will think that you should look for a wristwatch there are wristwatches that can land here today at 8,000 naira, good wristwatches. And then you can look at selling them for 15K, but you can't afford to do free shipping. Do you understand? Because if you do free shipping, what is your margin? Because you are spending money on Facebook ads as well and all that. So it's important that it lands at about 8,000 at most, and there are good wristwatches that can do that. We can give you many samples to check and all that. We can calculate everything, give you the total landing cost. Once you pay the money, we get it and deliver it to you in Lagos, our office. You can pick up from there.
Okay. Somebody's asking, how much do you think want to start children clothing and female clothing? Will 50,000 naira be okay? What if I'm not bringing the products to Nigeria? Do you have affiliation with countries like South Africa?
Yeah, like I said, we can send from China to anywhere. But when it comes to children's clothing and female clothing, Again, the issue of sizing is a problem. What I offer for children and female clothing is our brands for cheap offering, where even though each bundle can cost about 400 to 500K, the least bundle, but we have created what we call a group buy. It's automated. When you go to the brandsforcheap.com website now, you will be able to join or start a group. So let's say a bundle costs 500,000 naira. You can actually buy a portion. A portion is 50K. So if the items in the bundle are 200 pieces or 250 pieces, that means divided by 10 means that you will get 25.
Mm.
And if you get 25 clothing for 50,000 naira, that is about 2,000 naira per item. And I'm telling you, there are many children clothing that land here at 2,000 naira per item. I mean, solid clothing item, solid children item, branded. I mean, all the best brands you know of, they can last between 2 to 3, 4,000 naira at most when you buy in bundle. So if you cannot get one full bundle, you check if there is a group buy already open. If it's not open, you can be the first to join. Start that group buy and others. And when you go there, if a group buy is already taken, you will see the number of people who are already on that group. And then you can decide to join on with. But we cannot ship the product from Dubai until that group is complete. So every group is broken into 10 slots or 10 portions. So one person can take more than one portion. But if you people come and start taking one portion, it means that we will need 10 people to complete. But for that group buy, that product must come to Nigeria. All our group buy deals come to Nigeria. We can't send to South Africa or group unless you have 10 people in South Africa who can do group buy. Then when we finish, we send South Africa. But if you are not in Nigeria, you may not be able to participate in the group buy. But from China, we can send to South Africa. But it is quite expensive because to South Africa can cost between $15 to $20 per kg to send to South Africa. So you must consider whether, so 50K to send to South Africa is not going to work. That's a fact, it's not going to work. So you need to do like 200,000 naira or more so they can buy substantial quantity and then also be able to pay for shipping.
Okay. Someone is asking, do you ship to Angola?
Any country in Africa, in the world, we can ship from China. So you buy from China, we can ship. Even if you are creating an order and your country is not listed in the list of countries there, you can chat with us and we can talk to shippers in China who ship to Angola, because really there is no country that you cannot ship to from China. So we can talk to shippers in China who ship to Angola. They will give us their shipping rate and will advise you. So we can ship from China to any country in the world.
Fantastic. All right. Somebody's asking, is it bestimportedproduct.com?
Best imports products. Best imports products.
Best imports product, yes.
Type it quickly now.
All right. Best import product. Okay. You are interested in the South Korea business, please connect to Tochukwu Nkwocha.
Yes.
He's on Facebook. Send him an email, a message in the inbox, and you guys can have a chat. All right. But as he said, hold your $10,000.
Depending on the product, though.
Yeah. Okay. I feel that your face is not showing, Francisca. I don't think you're in Nigeria because you're the one asking about Angola. So, all right. Olapeju Pearls. I like the fuel additive products. Yes, I am also interested in. Please, sir. I'm really interested. I don't know. There's one that they put in gas. Is it because I have a gas? I have the gas one in my house. I don't know. Does it work for gas too?
Yeah, people have been testing it now in gas, but I haven't personally tested it. But usually we test for diesel, petrol, aviation fuel, and all that. But it works for all fossil fuels. It works for all fossil fuels. So really, it should work. So if you go to fueltreatment.ng, you have all the information. And if you want to be a distributor as well, go to fueltreatment.ng/distributor. You will see our distributorship levels. There are 6 of them that we've created so that people can come in at different levels. So with 164,000 naira, you can become a distributor. You will get the bottles come in 7 ml bottles. It is very affordable. There is one that is a little bit popular in Nigeria, and people keep saying that it is too expensive. I say, fine. Well, we have to make it as affordable as we have done, because we are trying to save you money. We don't want to now make it 10,000 naira or 7K, and you are now crying, why is this expensive? But it costs only 2,800 naira. I even heard yesterday that some people are selling it for 5K on Facebook. Somebody came and told me, I said, well, I can't stop anybody from selling whatever he wants to sell. The point is that the recommended retail price is 2,800 naira for 7 ml. And that 7 ml can treat 70 liters of fuel.
Wow.
That 7 ml can treat 70 liters of fuel. I tell people, once you use it, you will notice that the sound, but there's a guy in Abuja who started using it, and he said that he cannot hear the sound of his car again. So when he starts the car and leaves it, the car goes quiet. Our generator in the office in Lagos is sounding as if we just bought it. That is how powerful it is. And the reason your fuel is burning so much is a function of your engine. If there is no proper combustion of fuel, then instead of carbon dioxide and water leaving your exhaust, carbon monoxide is leaving. And that means there is incomplete oxidation. And fuel is wasting at the same time. So, but when your fuel tank is properly, your engine is maintained by Efficiamax, then your engine combusts fuel properly. There is something called British thermal unit, which is the quantity of energy present in any fuel. Most fuels don't utilize all the BTU in them. Efficiamax enables your fuel to utilize all the BTU and release all the energy it contains. That means a 10-liter fuel that will normally last you for 5 hours can begin to last for 6 hours, 7 hours. Some people experience 100% savings. So fuel that will normally last for 1 week can begin to last you for 2 weeks. It doesn't happen immediately for most people, but over time of using the product, by the time it works on your engine and your engine is sound, your engine begins to consume less fuel. It's pure science. I mean, our website has FAQs, maybe about 20 or 30 FAQs, pure science. My background is physics, so I got excited because of the science. So the science is clear, is irrefutable, and we are able to. There's a company in Indonesia, a mining company, that saved 51.1 million liters of fuel in a year by using the product. 51.1 million liters. They save 140,000 liters per day on fuel. So whether they are banks or whether they are people who manage estates, all these estates that provide 24/7 light in Lagos and many places, the cost of that is diesel. They are burning a lot of diesel. So they can use it, first of all, to cut down emission of harmful gases. It's a powerful product, and I recommend it strongly with my full chest.
Wow, thank you so much. So guys, I think there are no other questions in the comment section. So Tochukwu, I'm very grateful for this conversation. I believe that a lot more people are going to watch this video since on my timeline and have this knowledge on how to, because I'm all about how people can start their businesses and make money or earn money so that we can do the things we are doing. So I'm extending my arm. I have a VTU company now. I have 40% stake. I have 20% stake in Akara Boy. I have 20% stake in
That's
Alpha. I have 50%.
Once I land in Nigeria, I visit to top that.
So what I'm doing now, they are still young companies actually, but I know that within 1 year, 2 years, a lot of beautiful things will be happening in my life, by God's grace.
Let's talk later off camera about
all right. All right. Thank you so much, sir, for the great work you've done. Thank you for the conversation we've had. Clarice 1DK saying, thank you for the class. I'm inspired. All right, guys. So the next thing is please connect to Tochukwu. Follow him on Facebook. He's an you've seen how intelligent he's spoken. He's not a hustler. There are individuals when they are talking, this one a hustler. You guys have seen, the depth of his experiences. He's spoken from the heart and someone who really understands what he's doing in business, not just to collect money and all that. I've known him for quite a while, even though I've not met him physically. But looking at his conversations and his comments and posts on Facebook and what he's doing, you can feel it that he's doing amazing. You can feel it that he has spoken from a level, a depth of experience, not to guide you or to make you get hyped up just for the sake of getting hyped. So connect to him, get into his inbox, bring in your money, visit the website. You can see that thing is scrolling down on the screen. www.spreaditglobal.com. Go and set up your own account, start receiving emails, start receiving mentoring. I mean, the thing is this: a lot of individuals keep complaining. There's no his Facebook name is Tochukwu Nkwocha. You can see it on. I mean, somebody's saying that the guy knows this guy. Yeah, Nkwocha Tochukwu, whichever. All right. So somebody's saying the guy knows his onions from his delivery. Of course, anybody who knows his onions, you will definitely see it in his delivery. That's the truth. And from the way he has answered questions, shows you that he knows. Not let me think. That kind of thing is not available. All right. So Chidima, you're asking his Facebook name is Nkwocha Tochukwu. All right. So check him out.
I'm
Follow
wearing
him.
these glasses or something. I think I'm wearing these glasses as well.
Glasses, And so please guys sign up. As I always say, even though we have a very terrible leadership situation in Nigeria, but there's always a way to escape. All right. We can help ourselves by doing these things. I mean, look at what he said about group stuff. So instead of you bringing 200,000, you pay 50,000, have a group, and then when it comes, you sell, make your credit, make your profit, and then I mean, I was with a young girl. We are together in a group where we are learning how to become Facebook influencers. And this lady, when she came to my office, I was thinking she was 25, 26. She said she was 19. I'm like, man, and she does importation. Her name is Ozioma. If you go on Facebook, she has her company called Everything Ozioma. Young girl, and with her smartphone, she does her importation. Her father wants her to become a medical doctor. And she's like, no, I don't want to be a medical doctor. I'm like, yeah, of course. If you go to become a medical doctor now, you're going to mess up your life, because I could see that she was so excited everything about business. We spoke, and she was amazing. I mean, 19-year-old. And she's saying that she's just looking forward to the day she's going to leave her father's house so that she can focus keenly on building her business and her life independently. Of course, we are chatting, and I'm going to support her on that strive. So thank you so much to Joe for what you've done. Thank you for blessing lives tonight. This is from me here in the city of Enugu. To all of you who tuned in, please go follow Tochukwu, follow his thoughts, and sign up on the website. And I look forward to you having remarkable results in your life. And God bless you for tuning in. Please finally share this live stream. All right, there's a button beneath the screen, share. All right, so click it, just click it for a second, and it will share on your live stream. All right, let a lot more in the I always say this: the more you create prosperous individuals around you, the better for your life. If you have a lot of broke guys around you, trust me, you are digging a grave. I'm in Enugu right now. I'm going to Makodi tomorrow. The people who have decided to be of help to me in Makodi by finding a hall, finding the projector for me to use, LED screen and everything, they are not broke guys. Because have money in their pockets, they're able to pull off, the whole thing for me. All right. So if I had poor individuals around me, I would have been the one spending. So please share the live stream. Don't hold back from sharing great stuff. Just tap the share button beneath the screen and share this on your timeline. Also, you can tag your friends while you are sharing and tell them, please watch this live stream. And I know that they'll be blessed the way we have been blessed tonight. So thank you so much, sir, for one time. My greetings to IG when she comes back, and to all the amazing people.
She had to carry my squad and leave the house because yeah,
so that they will give you space. I would have been hearing daddy somewhere now. I understand that. I know my own people. So I know Chisom is the one that will come now and put her head on the screen and say, that kind of thing. You understand that. What can we do? All right,
yeah.
sir. Thank you so much and good night.
All right, thank you. Bye.